Hey everyone, and welcome back to Improve with G. So today we are diving into one of the best tools to help you improve your English vocabulary, and that is Anki. So if you are serious about memorizing new words and phrases, you definitely want to stick around for this one. I'll walk you through the whole process of downloading Anki, setting it up, and how it uses a technique called SRS or spaced repetition system to help you remember everything you study long term. So let's get started. All right, so you are probably asking, what is Anki? Anki is just a flashcard app that uses spaced repetition to help you memorize things more efficiently. Whether you are learning vocabulary, grammar, or anything else, it schedules reviews at the perfect time, right before you're about to forget. Think of it as your personal memory coach. And by the way, if you don't know what flashcards are, they're just small cards used as a learning tool with a question, word, or concept on one side and the answer or explanation on the other. They help with memorization by allowing you to test yourself repeatedly until you remember the information. All right? So this right here is a flashcard. On one side, we have the question: what are the elements of an animal cell? And on the other, we have the answer. So it's meant to test you. And when you test yourself repeatedly, you learn it by heart. All right, guys, so let's talk a little bit about the magic behind SRS, or spaced repetition system. Here's how it works. Instead of reviewing the same information over and over again every day, SRS spaces out the reviews based on how well you remember something. If you know a word well, or a concept well, Anki will wait longer before asking you to review it again. If you struggle, if it's hard, it'll show up sooner. This makes learning efficient and helps you remember things long term. As you can see right here, we have something called the retention curve, and it shows how we forget things over time. Right after learning something new, we remember it well. But as time passes, we start to forget. As you can see, the curve drops quickly at first, showing how fast we forget. SRS works by reminding us of the information just before we forget it, at this point right here. Each time we review, the curve flattens, meaning we remembered for longer. The more we review at the right time, the better we remember, and we need to review less often. So it's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so now that you know how Anki works, let's get it on your computer right now. So just follow these steps. Okay, so first go to apps.ankiweb.net. Then click on download, and then choose the version that matches your operating system. That could be Linux, Windows, or Mac. In my case, I'm gonna download Anki for Windows 11. Once the download is complete, install it as you would any other app. Alright, now that Anki is installed, it's time to create your first deck and start memorizing. This part is going to be super quick and easy, so follow along with me. When you open the app, you see a clean and simple interface, just like this one. On the main screen, you'll notice a button that says Create Deck at the bottom left, right here. To get started, click Create Deck. A pop-up will appear asking you to give your deck a name. Let's say you are focusing on learning new English vocabulary. You can name it something like English vocabulary or words to learn. You can name it whatever fits your goals. I'll go ahead and type in English vocabulary here. Then I'm just gonna hit OK. Now that our deck is ready, we need to add some flashcards. Go ahead and click the Add button at the top right here. This will open a new window where you'll be creating your cards. The front of the card is like the question. So let's add a new word here. You know, a word that you want to learn. I'm gonna type apple, for example. On the back side, you can type the answer, which is usually the definition or translation. And since I'm learning English, I'll type a fruit that is round and typically red. That is the definition of an apple. Now here's a cool tip. You can add extra information to your cards to make them even more powerful. For example, you can add example sentences or even images. Let's say you want to remember how to use apple in a sentence. You can just type something like, I eat an apple every morning for breakfast. You can also insert an image of an apple, for example. You can just copy it from Google and paste it right here. Once you're done, just click Add and your flashcard is saved to your deck. That's it. Now repeat this process for as many cards as you want. You can add cards with new vocabulary, grammar rules, or even practice sentences. The possibilities are endless. By the way, don't worry about making all your cards at once. The great thing about ANKI is that you can build your deck gradually, adding cards as you learn new words or concepts. Okay, so this is how you add images to the back side or even the front side of your cards. Just go to images.google.com and find an image for the word you want to learn. In my case, I'm gonna find an image of an apple. All I have to do is just drag and drop it right here. That's it. Now I have an image for my word and also the definition. You can also add the translation if you want. Now that we have a card in our deck, let's start reviewing. Don't forget that the key here is consistency. To begin, go back to the main menu and click on the name of your deck, in this case, English vocabulary. You see a Study Now button. Click that to start your first review session. ANKI will show you the word apple on the front of your card, and you try to recall the meaning before flipping it over before showing the answer. Once you flip the card, you see the backside with the definition and also the image that we've added. Based on how well we remember it, you can choose from the options again, hard, good, and easy. ANKI will automatically schedule the next review based on your choice, making sure you review it at the perfect time to retain the word. In this case, I'm going to choose easy. See? Super simple. You've just created your first deck and card. And now, ANKI will help you review these words more efficiently. Over time, they will stick in your memory for good. And that's it, everyone. Now you're more than ready to use ANKI and supercharge your studies. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe for more tips, and share it with that friend who could use some study motivation. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.